So finally we sit with your couch managers. Oh. Thank you for coming through, Don. Thank you for coming through.
Captain, man.
This is where serious business is being done. We are at the Alliance, so we have to act like players who have played at the Alliance.
You're crazy.
Understand what I'm saying?
All these players, man.
To promoting, obviously we have the World Cup right now. How's it been for you, Liam?
Well, obviously I've been supporting the Germans and the Netherlands. So that's two teams that I'm still going with. Germany had a shocking performance. Just the whole that. If I must just sum it up, man, why they got knocked out was that defense. It's as simple as that. It can only be the defense. I have a proper right back. Only have one proper centre back. And I'm not going to say that, okay, there's two defenders that come from Borussia Dortmund. There's nothing about that. But anyway, poor performance against Japan. They just didn't punish. No striker, obviously. And then yeah, see how Netherlands are going. They're playing better now that the Depay is fit and playing again. So
you think they're going all the way?
Not all the way, but I think they can beat Argentina. I think
so.
They can beat. I think they can beat.
That's a big
shout.
That's a big shout. Store that. Statement coming to you. Who you gunning for?
It was the Blues.
Nah, you can't do me. I can't do me though.
We should start. Anyways, girl, you know what?
Okay, it's fine. Okay, I back the Zengo boys. I back Sundowns. I back Sundowns. I'm backing Sundowns. I just love the way they come into the World Cup. If there are a group, if there's a nationality of players that have been having consistent seasons, it's Brazil. If I'm being honest with you, in terms of giving you what you can get, Brazil. That's why I'm backing the boys. I watch Joga Bonita videos just to remind myself. I'm looking at name, I see Dino, I get excited. I see Jesus, I see all these players link. You know, now Brazil even make Fred look good. That's why I back them.
Fresh people love Fred for some reason.
That's why.
He's a vibe, man. He's a vibe with the beach, man.
No. Fantastic player.
You know you're gonna see something nice and he's watching, man. I imagine do a man, just take a shot from 40 yards.
That's not on, That's not on. You shouldn't be doing these things, bro.
It's Joga, boy.
It's Joga, yo. Nah, but you know what? That's me. Who you gunning for this?
Nah, Brazil, but Portugal also.
Oh, because you know who you want to win it. One last time.
But it's just, it's just not even like I know he's last. I know he's pop. That guy's 37, that man's pop. But it's just that man win the World Cup, man, bro. You know how crazy it will be? Because everyone's like going against him, and like everyone's praying on his down.
And it's always been like that.
Like that man can't even take 2 steps, bro. Then something big, you know what I mean? Like for the wrong reasons, they're hating this guy, bro. Like, let's just watch football, man.
This is so this man.
When that man wins, it's gonna be crazy, man. I'm gonna break the internet, man. It's just gonna be madness.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Crazy. So we have to be between Portugal and Brazil. Like I wouldn't be
mad if
you even someone else, like I just grand football, man. And the World Cup has been crazy. Like it's been performing, bro.
We're gonna tap into that very soon. Luke.
See me, Brazil and Belgium, man. You know what I mean, man. They don't talk to me about Belgium, man, guys. Nah, they have a Moose squad, bro. If you think about it, bro. Young players, but they were dead manager, bro.
That's the same team since 2014. That's the same team.
No refresh.
Thibaut Courtois, bro. That man came from Moose season. He won in the Champions League final alone, if we're being honest, bro. But he's still playing with Tongan and all them. You know, that's it, bro. Nah, surely.
But they some don't have like proper defenders.
They need a next gen.
They actually do. There's also a slide here at Leicester.
Castagna.
Not
Castagna. Timothy Castagna.
Oh, that's
the sound. He didn't even play, bro. I don't know if the Nayo was in the squad even, bro. That man is quality, bro. And that man wanna play straight back player. Right forward, man, bro. How can you play your best player out of position? You tell me.
Otherwise, the whole setup was
it was whack, bro. Too predictable also, man.
Yeah, I don't know what sauce they tried to come with, bro. Surprise everyone. Surprising yourself. Surprising yourself, bro. Honestly.
Oh yeah, and you Limo, bro, like, oh,
Nah, to be honest, I'm a Brazilian fan, but like Declan said, I'm a Ronaldo fan. So I'm going with Brazil and Portugal. Now I do think that obviously I think it is obviously gonna somehow in the semi-finals, if they both win, gonna be one of the two teams that go through. So both of them won't meet in the finals, but I wouldn't mind if either of them win. But I do think Brazil will go all the way, but I do kind of want Portugal to go all the way. Just for Ronaldo and just for the internet.
He's a hater, bro.
Now they're going.
Because they're on opposite sides.
Yeah, they're opposite sides. That's why they said Messi and Ronaldo can meet the
Argentina can get Brazil in the semis. If they both win, then Argentina is going to get Brazil.
Portugal's on the other France,
yeah.
Portugal get France.
Man, guys! That's already going into France versus England. People already want to see that.
Now listen, now for me, like that is one game that I want to look at. At least you can do this World Cup review and move on to a couple of games. But the quarterfinals are hot. They are hot.
But also, Owens, I must say, obviously, I'm a black guy, I'm African.
Morocco.
So, seeing the African team,
I was supported.
You must support
Morocco's the only African that don't claim the Africanness.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
They grand colonizers, they grand.
They don't claim the Africanness.
They
like the Spanish and
French. In Africa,
But they are, apparently they're 40 kilometers from Spain.
Yeah,
so they want to be there then,
That's why the TV was Spanish and
he was born
just a quick boat trip.
Yeah, man, I'm looking Moroccan instead of Spanish in Spain.
That's Catalonia there, bro. That's those islands there,
bro. Big man is coming from Morocco, bro. Not even Spain. That's crazy.
Yeah, but even the French African players, bro, they're gonna be passing. Even the English, you see us gonna be Africa versus Africa.
That's dope. Okay.
That's dope.
I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind if France win it. I was actually watching a TikTok last night. This girl was saying, as a black person, this is how you choose your team. And he was saying, firstly, it's where you're from. Say if you're South African, God willing, in the future South Africa makes the World Cup. You support South Africa. If it's not South Africa, it's a team from your continent.
Africa, yeah.
If it's not a team from your continent, as a black
guys.
See, so he was like, team like France. I was like, oh, this dude is actually up to something. This dude is talking no cuck. I was like France, I like that, man. I like that because I just feel like representing, bro.
That's how I feel about Brazil.
That's how I feel
about Brazil. I was actually to say the same thing because Brazil, my bro was actually saying, I was like, nah, don't you think Brazil, if you look at Vinicius, Neymar, they look black, man. So he was like, nah, actually, man, this Brazil look like they're from Cape Town. Nah, they actually do look colored. If you look at Anthony, if you look at Thiago, even like boss, I look like easy Bruce. South Africans, South Africans,
Sundowns, I'm telling you. And like it makes sense, bro. And teams like that will always give you something, like even something that I will openly admit that I told you guys. Kylian Mbappe is the truth. My bad for saying Rashford is better than that.
I don't know where you got that, everybody.
I will hold my hand up because you know what? I didn't watch Unbeget League. That is why. I didn't watch Unbeget League. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Kylian Mbappe is cold. Kylian Mbappe is cold. I didn't expect it. Bruh, this boy showed me flames, bruh. This boy deserves the world. He deserves more than the phone, man.
But especially
he's like it there, man, bro. Spanish means just prideful, bruh. They prideful, bruh. After that, man, did them dirty.
True. That's coming. Even if he does come, they'll be hard on him.
Like Bale vibes.
Since which goes back to what we were saying earlier of how England versus other European countries around the world.
Right.
Hence, English youngsters are always talented. Okay, not talented, but nurtured. If you look at Sancho is a good example, but
he's still unruly, man.
Yeah,
he has that unruliness.
Yeah.
But now, but that's just for balance. Yeah, for him, for balance.
But Australia now is taking things seriously.
Yeah,
Now he's gonna come Sancho brace you.
Nah, but that's the thing, man. You can't do that, not back it up. You know what I mean? Like that was Rashford's, or actually United's biggest like fallback where they were all just posting sorry, and could never back it up.
Every game. That's why my other bro was also saying, when a player, like after the game, as fans, we always look closely at, what is this guy gonna do? Nah, man, Thiago's gonna go have a laugh with fucking Harry Kane.
He's like the bosses and whatnot.
So, hey, bro, it's difficult, man.
Like the reactions also
says a lot. The seriousness, how they're taking the stuff.
The stuff, like especially with Neymar, like they could never take that man seriously because that man would just leave, would fake an injury and go party.
Oh, every February.
That man's a rock star, man. You know what I mean? So he also got a lot of stick while being a footballer.
But which actually comes to the funny point that of Roy Keane's comment of Brazil and dancing, which goes back to just the culture.
England do that shit.
Respecting
England has
that acknowledging that now. Since
England has that shit. France has that shit.
So for me, I feel
Morocco has that shit.
I feel like understanding that footballers, all of them, like they're actually human beings, man. And they're people. Since so then, comedians never gonna react to something the same way Liam will or the same way you will. You guys are different people, different homes, different. You see life different, man. So it's like it's bound to happen. I feel like.
But then again, we also conditioned to have a certain opinion
on them. Facts. That's true.
Because obviously there's a standard must be upheld
as players, as professionals.
Because we always make that that comment that you're getting paid so much, you must be able to do it, man. You must be able to kick with your left foot or with your weaker foot. Like is that expectation because you're earning a certain.
You should be scoring penalties.
No, I don't think it's really an expectation. Like it's been conditioned, but I think that's what we condition ourselves. Because each of us have different views, man.
As long as you were watching our football, it's like when you see, like if they do pay like 80 mil for a player,
you only want to see.
That's like okay. There's a reason they pay that for because whatever club you were at, you were scoring goals, you were getting assists, clean sheets.
Your club rates you that.
Yeah, you were doing that. Okay, now you come in here. Now you maybe start off liquor, then you start to dip form.
Sancho.
So Sancho's a good example.
Which is why
Wan-Bissaka is a good example.
And Maguire.
Maguire is a good example. Actually, almost every player that
at United.
But that's just like transfers in general, man.
Yeah.
If they do pay a good fee for you,
you need
to come in, you need to at least.
Okay,
is that first season grace you allow it? Okay, maybe you're coming from a different country, the weather.
I
allow the factors. I allow the excuse for one season, but then when you start playing more in your position, and you're still not doing it.
Nah. I like how you mentioned that, bro, because funny enough, we were having a conversation as we were coming in about Lukaku at Chelsea.
That's exactly what that is about.
So what I'm actually saying is sometimes we tend to ignore the business side of football and understand that a 90 mil deal for a striker like Lukaku may not have been purely based off talent or goals and assists, or it may have been like under the table dealing that Roman Abramovich had with Jay-Z. Bro, genuinely, because we don't understand. Like, I was actually watching a TikTok last night, and it was about. They were talking about what's this? Fulham's T-shirt sponsor, and it's actually a bogus company.
FFC.
I can't remember.
That's 1 year no.
Yeah, and they were like, it's a bogus company.
FFC.
The team is doing it to balance their books. So it's like we don't understand the football, the business side of the football.
This is the money laundering. How do you it's always been 60, 50, 80 mil.
Always around
the same 3 clubs.
What is he scored 2 goals?
Yeah,
But he's buzzing in the World Cup.
But the money is there, like they're paying for him.
So that's why I feel like it's not really what we condition, but what we
Jack Grealish, that's the shit.
Don't disrespect Jack
Grealish. I love the boys.
But I just feel like I'll leave it at that, man. I feel like
these are not the money schemes.
Since
a lot of money moves
to the chance, watch the FIFA documentary.
No, that's how football is.
But
Football is
But I think
watch the food, watch that.
in a lot of people's defense, I feel like we as fans don't understand and acknowledge the fact that
how much power this thing has.
Since it's people's livelihoods, it's their bread on the table, my bro. So at the end of the day, I feel like it should be about money, man. It is a money thing.
It has become like that.
Think about the tiers. Sorry to break the word. Think about the tiers in football. How many tiers there are in different countries that FIFA must fund.
Yeah.
Safa's under FIFA. You know that. You know that. Safa's under FIFA.
FIFA's most of the world.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't look the especially
not hands on.
Yeah, I know, but especially the big leagues, they are able to run by themselves, man. They just have affiliation. So whatever they give is not necessarily to the league, it's to like community. It's for recreational. It's like, okay, FIFA sponsored this stuff. In Manila,
so you're gonna
like,
invest back into FIFA,
you know what I mean?
by watching and
it's just that type of thing, man. And you allow FIFA to have viewing rights. You allow FIFA to have like their name maybe on the TV,
branding and what
like that type of stuff, man. Like it's just a give and a take when it comes to FIFA.
Another corruption just.
But the corruption
out the window.
Because at the end of the day, FIFA is like a big injection, or the World Cup is a big injection into your economy.
Bro, hence I made the point that we as fans, we see it for our own like personal good. That was a Moose game, France against England. We don't understand. Since which is another topic. I feel like I'm going. But I go to the point of betting.
Yeah, let's go see.
Sports betting.
Let's fix
So things like that, like as fans, we just see the 90 minutes, man. We just see the 90 minutes.
Because we consumers at the end of the day, man.
That's
man
true.
are the business side of it, man. So they're always trying to make the buck. They don't care. The money they don't care. They don't care about the results, man.
But that's now with Qatar, man. Like this whole World Cup.
When
you found out about like okay, you know, you have people who now talk about the whole cultural aspect of Qatar. That doesn't have to do with football. It's about that whole scandal with all that migrant workers that died now. The tournament carried on. They did all the opening ceremonies, but nothing came on.
There are more foreigners in Qatar than Qatarians.
Yeah, we have heard that.
Even
how the Qatar government board fans.
Yeah, so that video. There's always like Bangladeshi people, like I support Germany.
Exactly. So it's like I think it goes back to the point that what we expect of footballers is just genuinely based off football. What we see for the 90 minutes, we don't acknowledge. Since with the football, we don't acknowledge that
goes on behind closed doors.
Bro, and that's one thing I will say, like with being not close to a lot of my bros who are aspiring footballers in a way, that I've kind of learned that this is actually real. This is actually real life. You feel me? So
but that's what I'm saying. Like with the hate of Ronaldo, not to go there, man. Not to go there. No? But it's like people also don't understand that man's influence, man.
No, yeah, but
my bro,
in the world,
Dude, you know what I was thinking before you say anything? You know what I was thinking about? I'm thinking about now 50 Cent in the game. Cristiano Ronaldo follows 50 Cent. Who the fuck is the guy? like that's how powerful Cristiano Ronaldo is. If you get a co-sign from Ronaldo,
you think.
Bro, that's why for me, hence I say I'm a Ronaldo fan. The Piers Morgan interview, I feel like it was much needed. As much as because I think the interview also helped us kind of gain a bit of insight of
what this one goes through.
Like the fact that the bro lost his child and the club didn't like acknowledge that. We like fuck, this bro
actually lost the
child.
And I'm like fuck, this bro is an actual person. Like he actually lost his child and he saw his wife in labor and it's like fuck.
The thing is,
this is actually a real
I was
human being, bro.
See,
so should they
have more consideration.
Our expectation on the thing is our expectation on that man.
Which is why I'm a Ronaldo fan. Goes back to the fact that the media is so against him. With Messi, bro, it's like he's the god. Ronaldo is like the villain. Whatever that man
but that's the way Ronaldo like did it. Like I'm also like, look,
it's like a wrestling story.
Ronaldo
like Randy Orton and John Cena.
He does it to himself sometimes. He really does it to himself sometimes. Like the way he'll act, like he's acted. You understand this man? He's like,
But
peak
that's
athlete mentality.
That's what made him what he is.
I know his
professionalism.
I know his mentality. That's fine, but the like emotional aspect of it. Sometimes you don't need to act out like that. Sometimes you can just keep quiet. It doesn't need to be said. Like
but see, but that's the thing, like
the disrespect. Remember, you're 37. You're not gonna play every week. I promise you, you're literally gonna give out.
My bro, I really like what Eva is because it ties in with what we were speaking about earlier.
I love you, Anderson. I love you,
and about how us as Bruce, we're forced to be cold.
Yeah.
As a footballer,
Yeah,
like we said, as footballers, as football fans, we see the 90 minutes. And
then
after they
we
shake hands, and we say, nah man, this man doesn't care about the club. Get this bro out of my club, man. Doesn't give a fuck about the band.
Quick.
We don't understand that this Bruce actually sacrificed a push of the car. They sacrifice their families, they sacrifice their emotional well-being. When a bro posts on Instagram, for example, out to his friends, as a Chelsea fan,
you're gonna be like,
after we lost 3-0, I'm like,
we don't see it as like, if we must go through something like that is a trial that we couldn't get over, like we took a L, what's the best thing to do? Go out with your brother. That's a comfort thing, man.
So we don't understand.
We don't understand that, man. That's the comfort thing, man. Bro. You know what I mean? So we obviously always, as that certain expectation that we put on players, man.
Okay, so now, since we're looking at it from that perspective, right, we can look at Portugal's team. What would you guys say Portugal's main reason for winning the World Cup? Or what is the catalyst you think that will drive them to the final?
I think the attack.
Yeah, Ronaldo being on the bench, you can see this new like influx of youngsters.
I just heard that Ronaldo is so excited.
Let me explain, bro.
That team is so good without him. You saw last night that man made his World Cup debut and he scored a hat-trick.
One goal behind the top.
What the hell are you cooking? Like, what is it? Appear, drop a 10 out of 10.
If he scores 3 more, isn't that the record for the World Cup?
Yeah.
6 goals.
Yeah.
Except, bro, you see, the thing is, when a team plays without Ronaldo, it's like, your tactics is more unpredictable, man.
Yeah.
You see, as a coach, if I'm a coach and I know, look, we play Portugal in 5 days, I will look at videos of, not Ronaldo, but I'll look at videos of a Portugal team structured around Ronaldo. And that's the thing with a team structured around people like Ronaldo, Mbappe or Messi, people like that. You kind of need to prepare. You need to prepare that. Okay, with Mbappe, he's on the wing. You make tactics around not around the player, but somehow you do. So when you start a Portugal team without Ronaldo, it's like, fuck,
what am I going to do?
Who is this Goncalo Ramos? So it's more unpredictable. So it's like with Portugal's team, I feel like their tactics without Ronaldo is like,
I think
it's different, man.
It's still fluid, yeah. It's like they can get a result out of that.
Now, of course, the thing is, why is there not the reason, but like why must it be a whole thing about Ronaldo sitting on the bench,
bro?
Was it Ronaldo?
But you guys don't understand the point. He's done his job, but he's still there.
But that's what I'm saying. You're coming back off this interview you did now, and all the more hated on you now. Then when you get benched, it's gonna carry on.
What's one goal to 800 I've scored already?
Yeah.
What is one goal to 800 I've scored already?
The fact that just think about the fact that he could help the team get to the World Cup in the first instance, and then them winning it. You know what I mean?
So I think
he doesn't need to play
if Portugal were to win it, you would still be the bro to say, nah, Ronaldo did nothing.
I won't say that because I know. I always say, like when we used to speak about like United, if he has that leadership role from the bench, and it's fine. Like when he got injured in that Euro final,
then
he was on the side, like his aura, like that can help a team. So I will never say, Ronaldo was last during the tournament. One goal, I'll say that, but I will never say he didn't help Portugal.
Yeah.
Because he being in the dressing room, his professionalism is already. That's what I say.
But that's still happening, bruh. Like Ronaldo's on the field, bruh. You suddenly step up.
What do you? I know this is off topic. What do you have to say about Ronaldo's performance last season for United? Just genuinely.
It was a great last season. Like now, the first season when he rejoined.
Yeah.
It was a great performance. And all season, 20 goals as a 36-year-old.
team.
In that team. That's why the way he's playing this season is like No.
But just think about.
But I understand the other factors that you brought up. The other factors does make sense.
But now, besides that, even like him just playing in a team that is now playing Europa as opposed to playing Champions League, where he is Mr. Champions League.
Each guys, you like to forget about his.
But now, that's what I'm saying, man.
Bro, it doesn't. Giroud is proving a point. Giroud has proved the biggest point.
You can make a whole video about Giroud.
Pepe last night. Last night. But actually, I must say I'm a Portugal supporter. From our first game against Ghana, 3-2. Both goals, I was blaming it on Danilo at centre back. You see how that guy looks? Looks too flat, man, bro. Too flat at centre back. So Pepe coming in, I think, made a big difference.
But the thing is, the reason why he came in, sorry to break it, like the reason why he came in so late is because of that age thing, man.
Yeah,
and you're playing in the crucial games.
Yeah, you're playing in the crucial game. Look, Ronaldo is just there because he can play the long shit. Maybe why wouldn't you want to have Ronaldo on the field? You know your team's going to score. How many goals in they score while they were still on the field?
Yeah.
You know, without him having to have a
impact or do anything.
You know what I mean?
No,
so it's like they can't take the L and lead that man, and he can also accept the L and sit on the bench.
He can't accept the L, that's the thing. No, he can't.
Maybe he did.
Nah, but I think I have to go back to your question. I think you said what will be the catalyst?
Yeah,
for Portugal. So I think Portugal is an exciting team, underrated. I feel like the way they set up is like a 4-3-3 formation, and I always say to people, a 4-3-3 formation or modern football
is 4-3-3.
4-3-3. But one of for me the most important position in 4-3-3, I would personally say, is the 6.
Yeah, very much so.
The 6 is probably you can have a average every other position, but a 6 it needs to be
solid. Yeah.
There's different types of 6. I feel like a destroyer, like Casemiro, like William Carvalho.
No doubt.
He's not too good on the ball, not too many great passes,
but you everything down.
You feel me? So for me, I feel like they were well balanced in that they have a good 6
and the 8. You have look, James. I won't even lie to you. Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player.
So
Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player.
You might just be allowed to play, man. Yeah. The thing is with Bruno, he needs a lot of chances to get it right.
Yeah. So I think free roll at you see like our Portugal is almost like a double 10 almost with Carvalho at the 6. So I feel like Bruno, like how he's playing now, almost free roam everywhere in the final third. He does.
He just picks up the ball wherever the ball is, man.
He does the business.
He's always there.
He is fantastic, and I'm saying he's over one of the sulkiest players.
Bernardo runs the most, man.
It's not about stats. Eye test.
He's a controller, man.
He passes in my eyes. He passes in my eyes. Now I pose the question to you guys, which I stored. Right? Which I stored. I want to hear your opinions. We're looking at Modric. Arguably one of the best. Arguably one of the best midfielders to play and grace the game. I'm putting him against Xavi, Iniesta, Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard.
Yeah,
take English players,
I'll take them out
because they're not.
Can I add Pirlo? Can I add Zizou?
They must not English.
Can I add Pirlo and Zizou?
To what conversation?
To the midfield conversation. We are talking about Modric. Guys, let's be serious.
Where does he fit in?
Do you know where I believe?
I think
he's better than Xavi and Iniesta.
I agree.
I think he did their combined job.
But you see the thing,
what them two did, I think
crazy shit.
I don't know, man.
He does what's
at the
them
table,
do.
no? Bro, you must watch. Just watch that.
No.
He's passing alone, bro.
It's not to take away anything from him, but I'm just saying this guy is
at the table, man.
But that's why I feel like football is also like you were saying, perception is your reality. So for us, I think we all like in the same age group. We've had the privilege of seeing
these guys,
Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets and Modric all in their prime. So it's difficult for us to really have a just opinion on Zizou.
Pirlo.
So something like that. So for
those
me,
men are old.
Since
I just seen YouTube videos of them, man.
YouTube videos,
you see, but we're watching these man in the World Cup. We're watching these man on the Premier League. We're watching these man on a daily basis. And from that, you develop your own opinion on these man. It's the same like KDB and Bruno, like that's the biggest shout now at the moment. But we can speak on it. You know what I mean?
But I also think it's how you view football, how you like football to be played. Like me, I like the passing game. But some other like football,
choppers,
gone, flash on the wings on Papa, just in behind on the counter. Man, I like that.
And speaking on that,
I like the play.
Louis van Gaal said Brazil's not a team that passes, they just counter.
Yeah.
He's
he did say, like, he said, they asked him, like, how would you pose against Brazil? And that's when he said that counter attacking, and then he said Argentina, it's like they're easy to take care of, man. Like, you just take care of Messi, like, you would know what to do. So I was like, yo, this guy's giving big shouts before these games.
I think it's also big mind games.
Yeah, true.
But I think he has the team sorted out now.
Nah, very much so.
That team is sorted out now,
I
definitely.
don't think so, man.
I
was watching the game against the USA, they played on the counter.
Nah, USA had him on the ropes.
Like they had him on the ropes.
USA had him on the ropes.
USA just lacked
quality though.
Yeah, quality in the final third.
Quality in the final third, they just lacked.
I just do that thing. You know that, man. Just do that thing.
Gakpo and
Gakpo and the power top is.
So it's all good shout. It's just we don't see them as good as
I think the dog horses,
At the moment, them and Morocco are like, okay, how far is going to go?
It's a test for you.
Morocco is any further that is like the best, like whatever they do.
But you know that keeper only considered one goal tournament.
That's
one goal. The whole tournament, even the penalty shootout, he didn't see. Crazy keeper.
So I feel like even the game against Portugal, a lot of people obviously expect Portugal to walk over. But I personally feel like it can be a more
like a 1-0. You know what? This is why Beto is not right. I have a brother that bet 1.1 on who to win on Spain to beat Morocco. 1.1 won. This World Cup has shocked me. The World Cup has shocked me to the point where I even agree that, like I was saying outside, I can cop me 2 players for 80 million that are better than 1 player that's 80 million.
You see a lot of like hidden gems and I think like that. Now who in the tournament has been like stand out?
Oh, in terms of players
so far. Stand out players so far for the tournament.
Really? Nah, been the best player.
No way. Yeah, like this, like play the tournament.
But realistically,
my group for me, Jude.
Yeah,
Jude.
I'm going with Mbappe.
No, I'm talking about in his team. In England, Jude is the best player.
No. But if you look at it from this point, like this type of perspective, not in a sense where like Mbappe is untouchable. Okay, now Mbappe did well, but you expect it from Mbappe, man. Like there's no controversy or no like hype around Mbappe because it's Mbappe.
He's gonna do that.
Because he's not gonna go from the World Cup and go to Real Madrid now. He's gonna stay at PSG, man. But if you look at someone like Jude Bellingham, where's he going next? Like he's playing to go to a new team.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like who's playing for the meal ticket?
Yeah, who's playing for the next move?
But that's what's crazy about how Mbappe is playing. He's not playing for the move.
And but he's still. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no hype around that man, really, man. Like that's just Mbappe.
But there actually has been controversy around Mbappe with the PSG thing where Ramos wasn't feeling the bro and stuff. So hence for me, I think I stand on Mbappe for France.
Yeah.
So Mbappe will do after the
Golden Ball.
Golden Ball shot. Okay, yeah, Golden Ball shot.
I think so.
Who's that in England?
You know, now I want to tell you the truth. In England now, if I take Jude Bellingham, they fall apart. If I take Saka, I fall apart.
Don't overhype him, please.
No,
they don't
fall apart.
They have a move.
Who they gonna put? Henderson.
If you put Henderson, Madison can even walk in there.
You can drop forward into the money.
I was gonna say that.
Speaking of Foden, if we are talking now, the young G.
Mount is out.
No, I'm not even gonna put it. I'm talking about Gavi, I'm talking about Pedri, I'm talking about Musiala. Ansu Fati, oh my days.
Even though he went out, Musiala must win young player.
That's what I'm saying. Musiala is the truth.
What did he do against Spain, man? Yo,
don't get him.
I just think like, what does so for him? How can you be your country's best player at 19, At 19,
I mean, Germany don't have a lot to rival up against.
That team is going to be built up now.
They just
Germany
use
have
it,
a
man.
lot
They have
of
a
the same
unit.
types, not same type, but they're all on the same level, man.
Yeah.
They're all on that high level and done. They need extra juice now.
But it's true what he advised, man. I think Germany's defense
Yeah.
was dead.
Yeah, the defense is dead.
It's so bad. Because if you go ahead, then it's great midfield, great wingers, strikers.
Even Neuer. I know it's a big shot.
He must
but he had a poor
How
tournament.
big was he?
It's because I don't know why he came with. He just came back from injury.
Injury, no lies.
He's not fully fit. He must have been.
It was a steam.
That as well, yeah.
Kune vibes.
Okay, so now what we say England versus France.
Who's taking that one?
France.
No. I have a big shout now. Walk is in the pocket and Mbappe, bro. Like every time they face each other, Walk is pocketing the man.
I heard it.
He's the pocketing, my bro.
I heard it.
Then who's though? He's gonna
He's in a chow show.
He's in a chow show. Do you think England will tweak their game to a back three to accommodate?
If they do that, they lose.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's
If they do that, they lose.
There's too much space behind the wingbacks.
Way too much.
There's
Way too much.
But then again, it also gives France something to think about because it's 5-4.
Bro, because of Griezmann is wild.
The way France line up, the way Griezmann plays,
It's
just
different,
behind
bro.
Giroud, that free roll.
It's crazy because he just swaps his Mbappe the whole time.
Yeah.
With Giroud, don't like it's mad, bruh. So for me, no, if England change what they have now, problems.
But look who the manager is.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not going to go
I expect him to go into a back three. I expect him to go into a back
So
three.
he's just gonna win that ball.
Yeah,
Man, it's
It's like a default setting for
yeah.
Gareth Southgate, man. It's a default setting because that man's not going to know how to unlock France, bro.
He doesn't know.
You know what I
He
mean?
must just start going do what he need to do, but I can't even unlock France, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
I
rate the
can.
defense that much if I'm
I
being
mean,
honest.
the defense is a bit like
bit shaky.
because
Well,
if they put Konate and
It's gonna be. I think he's gonna go to
Saliba,
Teo. No.
Ook om elkaar.
yeah, Varane op elkaar.
En Koundé, het draait maar goed fouten against Koundé, bro. Het is in de week, bro.
Gold chains.
Ja, maar niet zo goed samen.
Maar Koundé op Perwoord, right back.
Huh?
They must stop with the right back, bro. I feel like that's where
That's why the right back is pop.
Nou, weer de right back position is whack, bro. Right back.
I don't think England will go through.
No way.
France, man.
France is way too strong.
I think England.
England have a good shot.
Bro, you know who must play that game? Foden, bro.
Foden and Saka must just leave
Foden
it like that.
and them two must play that game.
But the thing is,
But
they
not
selection was so a tough shout, man. Like who they pick.
Gareth is gonna overthink.
He's gonna play the old age, man.
Yeah, but Gareth's also, he was like sitting Foden on the bench, yeah, so it's not serious.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna play the old age, like he will play with Sterling, he will play with Kane, he will play
Sterling
with...
must
I
recover
don't
from the
think
robbery
he's
now.
back yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, that opens it up now for England, man.
Nah, that's why I also agree France goes through.
Yeah,
France goes through.
France
I feel
goes
like it's
through.
gonna be an upset, man. I feel like they're
Yo,
gonna
and now
surprise
that the upset
because if you think about it, France didn't really play. England also didn't play tough team. France also, yeah.
So this is the
That's the
challenge.
real
It's a moves game, bro. For both teams.
France punished the teams that they play. France scored goals.
Yeah.
They only punished Iran.
Yeah.
They struggled against America. Like,
Yeah, very
They struggle.
Ah, but they also
So,
punished Senegal.
They did punish Senegal, yeah. I'm thinking
Okay.
how much they punish it?
Three.
3-0.
Okay, nah, that was, I think that was their best performance. I think
yeah,
that Senegal was
that Senegal win was a good performance.
Yeah, because it was a very strong, convincing win.
Okay, then.
You see, they do have a shout.
It could go either way, but I expect
It is
France.
gonna be a big game though.
I expect.
Like if you want to bet, you would bet on
France.
Yes, I think that's the better
2-1 game, in my perspective. 2-1.
Yeah, I think France do concede.
2-1 game. 2-1 game, for sure.
And then the Netherlands and Argentina?
I think Netherlands go through one. Yeah, I know I'm supporting them, but
You know,
I strongly believe Netherlands will go
Do
through.
you know why I heard it? Argentina didn't do it like they just
they have been
scraping
scraping through. If you play Otamendi centre back in 2022,
Did.
Man, he's doing a job, man.
Nice.
He's doing a job, yeah. He's doing a job, yeah.
City bias here.
But
Yeah.
nah, right, we look at the players, man, bro.
And the pole.
Nah, the
He's rash. He's rash.
The Paul is just a body card.
The guy is.
He's hella rash.
Enzo Fernandez is a Lord in the mud, man. It's quality,
Enzo
bro.
is a good.
Nah, I also think Argentina go. I mean, I think Argentina go through.
You think they have enough juice?
They must just put Di Maria. That man always show up in the big games.
Yeah,
One thing about that man,
Argentina,
man,
no?
quality.
I think they go through.
But I just think defensively, they don't have strong man as like or people as strong as the attacker players, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's true.
Acuna,
Nah,
Yes.
not sold.
Otamendi, Romero, who plays right back?
Acuna is right back.
Oh, Acuna, who
left
plays
back,
left?
he's
Oh,
left back.
Tagliafico.
Tagliafico is left back.
Yeah.
Tagliafico's left back.
Acuna's right back.
Both don't play, man. Acuna is also left back.
Nah, he's a right back. He still got the yellow card in the one game and they got subbed off.
Okay, so, man.
But okay, whoever's right back,
I
but
want to
the fact that we don't know who's right back, man.
Use
Like
FIFA.
even that,
FIFA merchant, man. I know this team, sir.
Ultimate team. Yeah.
Yo, yeah, it
So I just feel like in that sense that they're lacking a bit, man, and that's where Netherlands can capitalize. But Netherlands also defensively. Okay, Van Dijk is there, but Van Dijk,
Van Dijk is shaky.
he defends with aura, man. That's why he defends, man. Hij defends
Force field.
Sinds kom met die. Nah, so Messi can capitalize. I feel, man.
The man is balling.
Yeah.
He's
I
balling.
feel like my brother, Netherlands
Scores
attack,
first, man.
they good attack now, but if you look at who did they beat now in the round of 16? America. They scored from counters.
They
And
must
I,
do the same
I
thing.
don't feel Argentina will give them that much space. If you look at Dumfries' goal, the third Netherlands goal.
Yeah. Cross and cross.
Who was it who must
Was it Robinson from
Yeah.
Fulham?
Yeah.
You will never get that in an Argentina game.
Yeah.
You can tell that's he's still wait behind his
You
goals,
could see the American squad were like very inexperienced.
Since too many gaps, bro. And I don't think Argentina gives Netherlands that
That's
space.
that type of juice.
That is crazy, yeah. But I feel like Argentina will have more of the ball, man. They will try to conduct things.
Nah,
But I'm saying if there's a mistake
nah.
and Netherlands can capitalize,
Define Gakpo.
that's what I'm saying. But all Netherlands need is one mistake.
Yeah.
And you take the chances.
The thing is that the cool thing about Netherlands, they're able to maintain the ball, man. So say for instance they counter and they miss, they can still keep the ball and start again, man.
Hence I feel like it's gonna be a chance game.
Yeah.
Because Netherlands also plays Dutch football. Dutch is keeping the ball,
Yeah.
keeping possession. Argentina plays a similar way, so it's gonna be
Whoever makes it
tactical.
first,
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a multi game.
Oh yeah.
But I like what you raised, man, about the mistake. I feel like Argentina's defense has a mistake.
Yeah, like I can feel it.
Yeah.
And which is what I can feel with England as well. There is a
they
mistake. in
mistakes
that
loaded.
defense.
Funny enough,
That's
there's
a
also,
procedure for them.
I feel like there's also a mistake in Netherlands. Funny enough,
That's
very
what I'm
funny
saying.
enough.
Like Virgil and the league, they're not sure.
Sure.
They're not
Even Van Gaal doesn't want to know that. I can most play against America, so it's like who's gonna play?
That's the thing. Like they're good on paper, but
Oh yeah.
once you come 1v1, Mbappe's gone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like Messi's
gonna
gone.
send back to the cleanest, bro.
Messi's giving that Boateng thing that.
Yo.
So
A full of bala.
Full of bala, bro. I'm
Deja
telling
vu.
you. Deja vu thing.
Okay, so what do we say? England or France?
I said France.
France, England or France?
I say England is on me.
England or
Found
France?
another masterclass there, bro.
You know what? Because I hate him because his house got robbed. I have to, bro.
England,
I have to rob the man, bro. Bro, he stole like his chains and stuff. I feel bad for Sterling. He needs him, though. He just needs that. And then if we go in Netherlands, Argentina.
Netherlands.
I'm going Argentina.
I was a good
Argentina.
Argentina.
Netherlands against the world.
We're gonna regroup next week and see what.
And the other two games,
The other two games.
What are the two? Oh, Morocco.
Brazil,
Okay,
Croatia, bro.
Morocco, Portugal, Brazil, Croatia.
Portugal or Morocco?
I'm going.
I'll go for Portugal. I think, yeah.
Only because like if you look on Betway, Portugal have 1.94 odds. Morocco have 7.8.
Betway will ruin your life.
So I'm going Portugal, bro. I'm going Portugal.
Nah, I think Portugal. Too strong in my opinion.
I think Portugal goes.
Do you know what? I'm trying to be a dickhead.
Yeah,
man, but
Morocco.
I smell an upset.
Now, facts. The thing is, everyone was smelling an upset yesterday, thinking it was going to be Portugal, but in actual fact it was Spain. So maybe there's another upset that's on the cards.
That's gonna reverse for
Portugal.
Portugal.
True. Nah. I actually see that.
But you see, the thing with that is they say, like, you know, when you're playing like defensive football, it can work to win you one or two games, but over time it's going
I can't win the
can't
tournament.
win you a tournament, man.
But
Playing the same way.
it's not saying for them to win the tournament, but for
But
them
to
to
get
proceed.
them out.
But I feel like the ups still come more from Argentina, man. I feel like Argentina will have more of the upset because
Netherlands, that makes sense.
I just feel like it's gonna go that way, man. And Portugal's just gonna somehow make it to the semis and lose in the semis, man. Like that type of vibe. But either way, I say Portugal goes through.
Brazil, Croatia.
Brazil, you know what?
If you're picking Croatia, then we have a problem.
Nah.
You can't be picking Croatia.
Oh, you think
Brazil.
I mean, it's a good shout for
It's
Croatia.
not a good shout, you know, shit though.
Nah,
you know what? You know what?
It comes down to the day, my guy.
Those guys work. Those guys work. They work.
I saw them in the Japan game that they just got through.
Yeah.
Japan game even, and I was like, fuck, like, nah, they actually.
Was Japan also work?
So for me, then because I'm a Brazil fan, I want Brazil, but not that I think Croatia is bad.
Like they are.
You see, for me, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be cock-shocked.
If Croatia make it.
Nah, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
They showed us in
You see Brazil look just, no? But the teams that they faced also aren't crazy. Because I feel like Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, on paper they look just.
But in reality,
I feel like they
can get exposed.
They didn't. Nah, they didn't. Not yet.
Not saying they can get exposed.
But I think of a man like Perisic. Like no disrespect, Perisic does a job at the World Cup.
Yeah, he does. But I still,
you know,
look through, man.
Yeah. On the flip side is like, okay, we take into consideration how good Croatia can be. But on the flip side, Brazil are good.
Who's this like from Croatia that's having a Moose tournament?
The centre back.
My Yes, I feel like
anything can happen.
You feel me, bro? So he's having a just tournament. The Brazilian attack is having a just tournament.
Like, yeah.
Good game.
Good game.
All
4 games are going to be spicy.
We have about to say that the quarterfinals are actually spread out nicely, man.
And evenly.
It's not the Champions League thing with the man
With
free tickets. Like Liverpool are getting free tickets to the final.
This year?
Nah, just in general. Man.
Oh.
Like those men were getting free tickets to the final.
Nah, but not this year.
You playing Benfica every year.
Klopp actually asked for Madrid next year, same time. Yeah. You must say in a post-match interview.
He wanted.
No. Last year in the final, he said he must book the ticket to the final destination in the Champions League, and we're playing him around 16.
So gonna send him home.
It's an upset loading, bro. Okay, if Brazil win the World Cup, you send Liverpool home. If Brazil don't win the World Cup, tickets.
We send Liverpool home either way.
Always, but they can't beat that means.
You see, the thing is, I feel like with Rodrigo, Eder, Vinicius, I think that's the 3 Brazilian players. Militao is Eder, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So with the 3 of them, there's not much expectation, man.
On them,
Since with if you look at Neymar,
there's
a lot of his back, man.
He's carrying.
So for me, I feel like for us, we're not really affected. Whether Brazil wins or whether we lose. We got young players, man. It's the first World Cup. They just there for the fun time. So for Madrid, I feel like it's a good thing because most Madrid youngsters are like Camavinga doesn't start in the Madrid 3.
Yeah.
In the starting lineup, he doesn't start.
But he does get the bench.
So he does good. So I feel like he's just, man. So I'm also excited.
Okay, yeah, true.
I'm excited.
The only man that really feels this Benzema, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the only man that really feels it. But he's a guy that off form is on form, man. So so he could. And Liverpool, but if those Englishmen, they're taking a big hit, but they losing the World Cup. Henderson and them, man.
No, like moral is dropping low.
Trent also, bro. That man don't play.
That man's already like
he's already
doing more better squad videos and he's doing World Cup appearances.
Better squad team, kill those team guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like England.
The camp is not.
It can't come.
Did you see the camp?
What the vibes? The vibes of the camp are just.
But they've always made it. Like they camp has to.
That's what I think can give them that truth. It's an English pride. True. English pride.
I feel like that's you know what I mean.
But bro, if you believe it, they lie to themselves. Like they're good at that. They're good at that shit. England is good at lying at themselves, bro.
So yeah, I agree with that, man. Like, but English people lie to themselves.
Look, it's gonna be a big game.
It's a massive game, bro.
It's gonna be a big game, and we're gonna see when you read.
You know, big foot, man, for England, that man.
Oh my word.
Every game, bro. That man pulls out.
He has been fricked in this whole World Cup, and when that man plays good,
England
plays good.
English defense play well, then the rest of the team play well.
Yeah.
Truly. But Harry Maguire was having a howling that game against Senegal, in my opinion, bro. That man against Senegal, bro.
Yeah,
it was a bit shocking, bro.
That's why I also got Declan is important for England, man.
But that's why I always felt like Rice and Bellingham, like the positions are very conflicting, man.
Very much so.
They both want to be on the ball, so they both want to go into the space where we want to receive the ball, man. Like you'll see both of them drop.
Come to the same thing.
Then I'm like, oh, it's not working. But then afterwards, you do see like Judith, like
advance,
man. Because he makes that third man running inside box. You see,
that's why I feel like it would be a chance thing to see Calvin Phillips start instead of Rice. Just to see how he would complement
very good.
But you see, for me,
test that now.
That's too risky. Hella risky.
The thing that really worked, I think, was when Henderson played.
Henderson and Bellingham complemented the chance.
Yeah, because I think they have some sort of understanding.
You know what?
They know what to do.
One thing about Henderson, as much as I will disrespect him, he does have that hit. Like he does have that army to sacrifice.
He can become
he's a midfield coach.
Yeah, he has a coach mentality. Because that man coaches the whole game. If you see him on the pitch, that man's coaching.
Vocal.
Very vocal, bro. But I don't rate him. But in that sense, he's like...
You give him his flowers.
The allows the players around him to be better than
him. He's the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, he sacrificed a lot.
He's the sacrificial lamb.
Nah, crazy.